What's up, everybody? The Torah portion this week is the double portion, Aharei Mot Kedoshim. And today, we're going to look at Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 3. The verse talks about the punishment for sacrificing one's child to Molech, one of the ancient Canaanite gods. The worship of Molech was a gruesome affair that involved murdering a child by burning it alive in the hands of a red-hot metal idol. Regarding this abhorrent practice, God says in the Torah, quote, "And I will set my face against that man, and will cut him off from among his people, because he gave of his offspring to Molech, and so defiled my sanctuary, and profaned my holy name." Rashi's interpretation of this verse emphasizes just what an abomination this practice was. He says that it was as if God was saying, "I will set aside everything else that I am doing in order to deal with this man." In other words, it does not matter at that moment whether God is taking care of the Horseshoe Nebula or creating more galaxies in a far-off corner of the universe. Rather, whatever God is doing, the Holy One will put it aside and take the time to punish the man who dares to sacrifice his child to Molech. Rashi is metaphorically saying that offering one's child to Molech was no ordinary run-of-the-mill sin. Child sacrifice, rather, was considered to be a rip in the moral fabric of the universe, a transgression so reprehensible that it would ring God's alarm system billions of light years away. The life of a little baby is so important, so central to the universe, that the murder of this child causes God to drop everything in order to sew the rip in the universe with the thread of justice. Now, lest you think that sacrificing children to Molech is a bygone custom that is no longer practiced, you should consider that any nation that encourages its children to strap on explosive vests and simultaneously commit murder and suicide is indeed sacrificing them to Molech. Any nation that pays generous stipends to the surviving families of these so-called martyrs is not worthy of being called a nation at all, but rather an abomination. Peace cannot come to our broken world until the suicide vests and the knives are put away forever, until our enemies love their children more than they hate us. And that's all for now. I'm Rabbi Eli Garfinkel of Temple Bethel in Somerset, New Jersey. Check back soon for another episode of Gimme Some Torah.